Hey family, welcome back. We are on week 20 of writing His Word on the tablets of our heart. Can't believe it's been 5 months. And I'm in a different spot because my husband is playing around on his bass guitar. So I'm having to be in a different spot tonight. Little behind, got really busy this weekend, but nevertheless, we're here with week 20. For those who this might be your first time, this was birthed out of the desire to write His Word on the tablets of our heart. With all that we're going through in the world, people being persecuted for their faith, there will come a time where we may not have a physical Bible. We may not have our phones, heaven forbid, if a grid goes down. So it's necessary that we write His Word on the tablets of our heart. And we do that by committing verses of Scripture to memory. I've shared a couple of times that when I first came into the faith, one of the first things the Father told me was to tell them about my blessings and my cursings. And I didn't really fully understand that at that time. And I was talking with my mom, and she reminded me that when I was a little girl, I attended a Seventh-day Adventist school for first and second grade. And in second grade, I came home and told her, I have to read Deuteronomy 28. That's where the blessings and the cursings are. So this is a fulfillment of being obedient and doing that. We've gone through so many scriptures. I like to always remind everybody that all scripture is profitable, not just the New Testament, but we learn principles and concepts in the Old Testament. He did not come to do away with the law, but to fulfill the law. And so it's important that we have the whole counsel of God. And if you've been with me, you've noticed that I've started to use His Paleo-Hebrew name versus the title of Lord and God. So when you hear me say YAHUAH, that is His name, His Paleo-Hebrew name. If you hear me say ALUAH, that means God. Okay? And so we've come to the point where it's time to talk about those blessings and those cursings that are in Deuteronomy 28. And really, they're all throughout the scripture. They're not just in Deuteronomy. And so up until now, we were reading different verses all through the Bible where there were blessings and cursings. And so blessings are conditional on obedience. And that's the one thing that I want to drive home. Okay, and so in Deuteronomy 28, we all know about the blessings and we talk about them all the time. And I'm going to read those for you just for context. But then what we're going to be doing over the next 6 weeks, I think I'll be reading about 9 scriptures each week in the cursings. Food for thought. What is the consequence of not being obedient? Okay, so blessings are contingent on your obedience, as stated in Deuteronomy 28. And I'm actually going to read, like I said, this week, just the blessings, and it's going to be from the Berean Standard Bible. And it reads, now if you faithfully obey the voice of YAHUAH, your ALUAH, and are careful to follow His commandments I am giving you today, YAHUAH, your ALUAH, will set you high above all the nations of the earth. And all these blessings will come upon you and overtake you if you will obey the voice of YAHUAH, your ALUAH. You will be blessed in the city and blessed in the country. The fruit of your womb will be blessed, and your offspring, and your livestock, and the calves of your herds, and the lambs of your flocks. Your basket and kneading bowl will be blessed. You will be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. YAHUAH will cause the enemies who rise up against you to be defeated before you. They will march out against you in one direction, but flee from you in 7. YAHUAH will decree a blessing on your barns and on everything to which you put your hand. YAHUAH, your ALUAH, will bless you in the land he is giving you. YAHUAH will establish you as his holy people, just as he has sworn to you, if you keep the commandments of YAHUAH, your ALUAH, and walk in his ways. Then all the peoples of the earth will see that you are called by the name of YAHUAH, and they will stand in awe of you. YAHUAH will make you prosper abundantly in the fruits of your womb, the offspring of your livestock, and the produce of your land, in the land that YAHUAH swore to your fathers to give you. YAHUAH will open the heavens, his abundant storehouse, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the works of your hands. You will lend to many nations, but borrow from none. YAHUAH will make you the head and not the tail. You will only move upward and never downward, if you hear and carefully follow the commandments of YAHUAH, your ALUAH, which I am giving you today. Do not turn aside to the right or to the left from any of the words I command you today, and do not go after other gods to serve them. And so those are the first 14 verses of Deuteronomy 28, which are our blessings. So when we come back next week, we're going to get into the curses, the consequences for disobedience. All right? Remember, YAHUAH loves you. I love you, but he loves you best. And I'll see you next week.